So this is a commercial office building in Manly. This is Manly Beach here. You have the Stain here, which is the main pedestrian mall. Wonderful opportunity for a very beautiful building looking out over the beach with north-facing aspect and breezes. And the kind of really interesting element of this is there's actually two street frontages. There's a laneway at the back, and there's the area at the front here where you're addressing the main road. And so the big idea here, the strategic idea was actually connecting in with these beautiful character of these laneways and bringing a new laneway through the site, all the way through underneath the building, activating the ground floor and connecting with the beach. And so that wasn't previously considered. And so that kind of public benefit allowed us to add an additional level, making the building taller, delivering more for the client, a more valuable return on their investment, but also significantly improving the public domain with a new exciting laneway. Something like you have over in Alexandria with Alexandria Grounds. It becomes a destination place where you can go and dine, engage in community activities, and starts to activate the area and adds to the personality of that place. Manly's very different than Bondi Beach, for example. Manly's got some really beautiful laneways and restaurants, and it's got a really wonderful, small, fine grain character within the area. And so this, again, talking about a unique personality of a place, the architectural design here embraces that unique personality and includes an arcade that adds to that sense of character in Manly. That's what good architecture should do. It should really understand that place and deliver on supporting its personality. Yeah, so this is a really exciting project in Manly. It's a commercial office building. It looks out over the Manly Beach, and it's got an amazing orientation here north with cool breezes in the summer. And the unique kind of character of Manly is really about its laneways. You have the main Corso here, the pedestrian mall. There's a number of cafes in this area. Kind of a process of thinking, how do you add value to this project? And this kind of overall site plan started to lead the thinking into how that might be achieved with a dual facing property, two street frontages. It was kind of a key idea that I'll explain later. The first step we took in this project was with the original architect's design. We took it a step further. They basically followed the height limit. We have a 12-metre height limit here, and they created a building that suited that height limit. We had 4 stories at the rear and 3 stories at the front. And so we pushed it a bit further and started to look into the character of the area and the planning constraints. So the Northern Beaches Council LEP says you can match adjacent buildings. So when you start to look at one of the adjacent buildings here, 31 South Stain, it actually is a 5-story building. So straight away, we are then allowed to create 5 stories, but we have stepped the building back so that it reduces its bulk and scale, and you get these really exciting large outdoor terrace areas that can look out over the beach and embrace the unique character of that place, connecting with the sunlight and the breezes, a place to sit outside and connect with the beach. And so straight away we're adding another level and significantly improving the return for the client on their investment. So rather than having 1,900 square metres, we're able to achieve 2,150 square metres, a significant uplift in area. Now this is where it starts to get really exciting. On the ground floor, in the previous design, there was this dead-end lobby, ending in a very dark kind of area with the lift, only connecting with Manly Beach. Now, our idea was, this is the big strategic idea, what if we created a publicly accessible laneway that cuts through the entire site, connecting Manly Beach to Rialto Lane at the rear? Because it has two frontages, it would create this really exciting destination for this building. And so when you look at the actual numbers here, the amount of retail remains the same. There's still 350 square metres of retail. We've reduced the lobby, which is only a positive, making it more efficient. And we have a significantly more outdoor seating. So you're really activating that retail relocating the access for the cars to this area at the rear here, so there's a basement car parking rather than having a car stacker, which isn't a good idea in a marine environment. And then that opens the opportunity for a laneway. So, you know, a really game-changing idea that allows the council to feel comfortable that they're receiving something positive for the community. And then we ask them for an additional level, and the client gets a great return on their financial investment. So throughout the project, we improved the efficiency. You know, rather than having 2 tenancies on the first floor, we recommended 4 tenancies, so that you're improving the efficiency and return on their investment. The same on the second level. As you move up the building, the tenancies get larger. And so on the very top level, we have a 350 square metre tenancy with large terraces, you know, open to 2 sides, so you're getting cross ventilation and amazing views out over the beach. It's a really fantastic outcome. So I just want to show you that project because it's another example of strategic thinking and how a big idea like a publicly accessible laneway can add to the character of that place, improving the public domain, but also providing a really substantial benefit for the client and their financial return. So I'm really kind of interested in this idea of innovative thinking and how you can take kind of quite a complex problem and kind of focus in with clarity and find a really strong big idea that allows you to deliver a fantastic outcome.